Good morning, folks. It's the 18th day, 5th month, 2022. And I'm coming to you from Liverpool, England. And we got a bit of bad weather going on two coasts. And the first one I'm going to cover is you guys. Because I was talking about this storm the other day, and most of your nastiness is going to occur over the next 3 days. Right, we're gonna watch this. Watch this. Nothing. 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 Let me scratch that. Reverse it. And then whammo! Big old stripes coming in. This is the weather plan. And boy, are we gonna be watching for a line of come along this path here. And I haven't really done the loadings up and lookings. Oh yeah, we got something going along this path here. An energized area here. This is just a static image. In other words, it's standing still. I ain't motioning it. Let's see what else we got going on. I'm going to just doing a quick one. This is a beam, actually, that's happened over here right off the coast of Perth. Look at this. Look at this pulse. I was meaning to show you this. I'll have to bring my keyboard forward for this part. And put this here. I'm not trying to find a better way for the sound. But watch, it's going to jump an hour each way. If I'm gonna have to, if I go smaller, you'll see it. I want you to have good data on this. Right, so there's your timestamp right here. Right. So, beam duration. I'm backing up. Right, it's the very end of the feed. Right, I'm backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, or I could just run it. I'm going to run it again. Watch. Bzzz. Watch the pulse. Did you see that pulse pattern? It's very square. It's not like a stripe of a storm. This one's the opposite direction. This is a beam. So if we get some nasties on this corner, I'm going to blame that. If another beam is interacting up here as well, I'm going to do a stop frame on this. So just give you a quick mimic capture. Right? Look at this beam here. It ain't like a satellite pass. That thing is moving. Moving like a clock hand. You know, from this hand, it's sweeping like a radar sweep. Okay, let's just call it what it is. It's a sweep. Bzzzt. A lot of plasma just got nucleated down. Look at that. Look at the pulse. Look at the pulse. Look at the pulse. Is there anything nearby that's capable of it over here? Come on. Open your X mouths up. Halt that situation. Halt it. Halt. If you will. I hope the sound quality is okay for y'all today. I'm going to zip over and have a quick look. It gives me a little stat thing. And, yeah, great. So a couple of you got my phone number. If the sound goes too wild, let me know. So I'm going to get this loading up a bit. I'm not going to do a long show because my voice is going. I'm sure that'll make some people happy as absolute fuck. Okay, I have sworn. There we go. We broke it. We broke the cherry on that one. It's been popped. Right, this needs to load. Oh my god, would you look at the guild here? Boom, boom, boom. Streamering off. Sorry if the microphone just hit me in the mouth. That was not very pleasant, by the way. Streamering off. Let's see, let's watch the march of the tin tasting mouth stuff that we all get afterwards. The march of the chem soldiers. Here we go across all street. Is it going to get windy and Gunda windy? We always will wonder. What about Tamworth? What about Roma? What's the aroma going to be today for Roma? Oh, not too good. I could see it right here. It's going to taste like fillings. That's metal. Metallics. That is sickness mix. I told somebody I'd have a look of above. I'm getting a glimpse now over here outside near Birdsville. They're giving you the bird, man, right up there in the sky over the top of you. You guys are going to cop it this week. When I go over here to these totals, I know I just intrigued you. You get this line here of crap. Man, there's a lot of rain falling and total accumulation planned. Over 10 days, and it doesn't increase that much more. So this event really happens after the next 3 days. So would you say to yourself, gee, I've got time to prepare if I'm along this swath here, right? I've got time. Because during this 2-day event, There's going to be an inundation along this path, according to the weather plan. And there's the place that's guilty of that beam. I'm gonna blame them because of their proximity is the closest one, and boy is it a strong pulse, and it's capable of doing that. It's capable of this, absolutely capable of that. Because there's that base. See that straight line pointing straight at that thing right here? Watch. I'm gonna zoom in now. You've got your timestamps. Watch. Look. Look at it. This is the guilt. This is the proof. This is the evidence of man-made weather happening. Even this base right here is guilty. You can see the nucleation difference. I'm not a kid. I know this shit. Boom. It's not there. Now you don't see it. Now you do. Instantaneous. Boom. Right? Look at the pulse. Look at the pulse. Man-made weather. Frying you, man. You're being zapped like bugs too, you know, and fried like bugs, sprayed like bugs, treated like cattle. And this storm is going to influence the weather across here in the coming week. Good news on this. Right, as this comes through, the EMF blast that I'm seeing is going to rip that apart. It's going to stall it about here, split its moisture off. However, what's coming into effect you here is going to whammo and then come out and join it. Watch this. They'll destroy that, so whatever comes in here is going to actually back up and leave. And then they get recoalesced into moisture and eventually come back with its moisture spread out in puffs towards you. And I'll show you that chess move, or I mean that geo move. Excuse me. I'm talking about chess move as me signing up for to get a diploma in meteorology, so I can call myself a meteorologist, just like the TV news people do, because it's the exact same credential they have. Okay, and not satisfied people. It's nice to learn new things. And maybe I'll teach them a little bit later. Or I'll go for the doctorate, and then I'll give them a fucking thesis they'll never forget. I'll just challenge the masters and go straight for it. Just go straight for the thesis and the challenges. Yeah, expect that to do that. That's going to get destroyed. That's going to back up this way, which is going to bring rain here. No, here. Okay, so let's watch. Now, I really haven't had time to do this part yet. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. Now, let's see when it's all going to happen. So I'm going to turn that off. And now, I'm going to turn you on. Rain and thunder. Here we go. This is your week. This is the weather plan. Oh, boy. With my commentary, of course. The main action is going to be here till you get to about here. So, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. If anybody in the USA remember that commercial. And you get to hear me butcher your local name sound is. Yep, that's influencing the bite already. That's a heavy sell. Now, why is this moving this way while that's moving that way? You see what I'm saying? There's some fuckery going on. Oh, the moisture coming out from Cooper Pedy is actually generating that. Okay, watch. Here she comes, fucking up your streets, flooding up your streets. I get the funniest looks when I talk about geoengineering from most of the folks I meet. Cause they're blue pill junkies. I mean, really. Can't help myself some days. Are you a blue pill junkie? That's a reference to the Matrix for the blue pill junkies out there that don't understand. Okay, and now here we go. Here we go. Because that event from there already occurred, right? So its statistic of rain is not included in the amounts right now. So anybody with a swimming pools out here, did you overflow or pump them out? Let me know. That's a very good statistic somebody gave me. I think we can find out. Hey, New Zealand, man, you feel like you're copping it there? What the hell are you guys getting? Let's have a look. The land of the long white chem cloud. Let's see what we got here. That's your humidity. It's a bit humid up there, huh? You're going to break a fucking sweat up there. Holy shit. And that's a very important statistic that I don't see mentioned enough. But I digress. We'll talk about that later. We'll go to your accumulations again. Not too bad. Winds. That is a strange flow for when you got a low coming in, right? Here, watch this. This your weather makers are happening here. Do you realize that pressure line, right, of equal pressure is running all the way over to here? So there's a lot of poles going this way, right? It's got the poles, man. Look at how long these pressure lines are. This is high. It'd be flowing towards the lowest numbers. And each one of them will feed off. You see, it's a numbers game. Positives and negatives. So it's easy to figure out in your head. You could do this. I can't wait to take that course. I'm looking forward to this. I have all fancy dancy diploma put up on my wall. Make my mama proud again. And she says, my son's a meteorologist. Instead of saying, my son's a chemtrail conspiracy theorist who does weather. Who saves lives and is a poet. The biggest life I think I saved along the way was probably my own. I'll admit this many a time I don't want to be here. I'm normal with that. But I find little reasons every day. Little reasons for every season. Geostorms turn. That's a low ass fucking pressure there. That son of a bitch ought to have a clear fucking eye. It should be clear as a bell. You get down below 945, you're cooking a storm, and that's fucking low. So let's watch it. That thing should be steaming. So where exactly is that? So I watch these things. Yeah, that's low. That's low as fuck. There's no way that stat's that low. Oh, it's 985. I was going to fucking say, that motherfucker be pulling a toilet flush, half the ocean be going in it. It would actually pull a water wall up in the air over the top of itself. That might drain a harbor as it went by if it was that low. Okay, I need fucking new glasses. No, really, these things just ain't getting it. So I have them on. Oh, that's better. Let's just take them off. Contation. What about this pair? No, the wrong one. Oh. Oh, well, anyways. Nobody's shooting at me. I'm okay. 10:30. 28. I'm reading pressures on this. I'm trying to see if I agree. Because I often do disagree with the weather plan. No, I'm disagreeing. I'm disagreeing incredibly. Incredible disagreements. It's alright. I'm going to put it back on the rain and thunder and let it roll. I'm going to take pressure off. So you can... I'm going to take off the particles animation. That usually just shows you the wind flows. It gives me an idea. But I already know them. You have to see there's the wetness for South Australia. Feeling wet, moist. As the moisture came into your state. A state of wetness has occurred. Look at that. That's some heavy lightning you guys got. Look at that. So you'll get some fantastic shots if you're like here filming that way. The thunder and lightning and all the dogs under the bed was frightened. Cooper Petey. Why do they keep flooding you? They're gonna get it again. Watch this. Most of this storm just left y'all alone. Perth gets a little action at the end of the week that I'll show. They should be destroying this. This should be gone. It's going to wreak havoc and worry the fuck out of everybody here and absolutely trash these islands. And meanwhile, right here is when you get it over here. This is where I'm going to begin to disagree with this map. This map has a strange flow to it. It has a cross flow. See the split here? That puts here at great risk. Because that's the weakest line for it to go somewhere. How it's fighting this and staying in place is purely with EMF. It's purely going to be next rad. has to come south. Yeah, you're already getting rains now. By Friday, you're going to have to figure out times, right? From me. That'll be Saturday at, having a mind fart. About 8 o'clock in the morning along here somewhere. Right around there. This is Saturday morning your time. Because I'm in Finland, man. I'm going to give you the 2 fingers. Oh, my God. Would you look at the gilt off Harvey Bay here? This is a heavy amount of moisture coming here. Right, that's not a little bit. Let's see what your flows are. That ain't just moisture, man. That tip's going to get wet. Fucking hell. That just moves just a little bit offshore. You're getting lucky. This island's actually protecting this shore. Not just because it's blocking the wind, but it creates a suction here. It actually opens up more of a wind flow when it releases. Any sailor knows that. You get a bottleneck on one end and open on another. Boy, the wind's going to let you loose there. And it'll hold that back a bit. Your EMF wave from this flow pushes this any more toward shore. I want to show you something. Then this is the worst part, and this is where I'm disagreeing with the weather plan. I think it's going to hit you. All the dynamics are there. That's a lot of water over here. Right, that's, look. 3-day amount, 5-day amount. Gone. Doesn't really, by then gone. Doesn't really give you much in 5 days. So most of your action is continuous. Right? Right here, 3 days. That's the hammer. 3 days and then 2 more days after that. She jumps Judy another amount. You guys are going to cop it over there. There's no fucking way you're not. Even inland here, this moves budges just the littlest bit. Over your 10 days, yeah, you got a hell of a amount. Right here at Harvey Bay itself, where the winds release. At least it doesn't look like there's a whole bunch coming up here. Right, that's a big, huge relief. It doesn't make it a major flooding event then. All you're getting is a huge rain inundation, right? It's not like all of this is running down towards you, so let me set your mind at ease like that. But if these rivers are already swollen, and they're already at their top, and you add this rain to it, even this amount here, over the next 3 days, there's going to be problems. There's going to be... At least there's some time for some of that to go out to sea. And I got to say, all the chemicals and pesticides and everything from your land and them salts ain't going to do the reefs very much good all along his coast either. And the sulfur plumes I'm picking up, I can't explain on anything else but geoengineering itself, saying they're going to use sulfur. And I've done that, showed that, and other things. And the sulfur I could show you is right here. I can prove this. Is this sulfur, that's sulfur dioxide there. The sulfur plumes off your coast seem to be matching the rain accumulation. These are sulfur plumes, isn't it? No, it didn't click it on right. I'm going to turn that off. Oh, I got to do it like on this side. To add the sulfur one is, it didn't do it. You bastards. Oh, good, it's put it here. That's it. Now, we're going to look for sulfur plumes. You can't tell me what the sulfur plume is. I need to know it today. So where are they now? All right, sulfur over here. Big plume. You got an industry farting it up. This explains what you guys like Chembombs. Maryborough, why the sulfur plume? Is there a hot spring there? They're boiling out sulfur in the air? Sulfur is a restricted thing to be putting out. Rockhampton? This is, and they say they're going to use it. And it is a product that can be used to make other compounds. Complex molecule formations using the catalyst. Hey, Higgins, look, man, there's one for you to draw, man. There's a bell end and everything on that. Yeah, I'm screenshotting it, folks. Just give me a moment. I'm going to do it. Oh, my God. Oh. It's going to piss it down out there, folks. Going to piss it down. Oh, my God. It's the traveler dick. It's getting an erection, folks. Here it goes. It's shafting it up. It's going to squirt all over fucking New Zealand, man. I think, oh, God, it is. Look at, you're getting scrotumed over here, man. You're right in a fucking ball sack. Here it goes. Oh, man. The fucking Maoris, man, they bit the fucking head. I probably used one of them war clubs, man. Did you see it? Did you see the bell end just go right off, man, as it went over the island? Oh my God! It was definitely a demasculation of the storm. This definitely was a hurricane when it came, and it's gone, man. Holy fucking shit! I can't help myself. Sometimes my humor kicks in. How can you predict where a sulfur plume's gonna be, where there ain't no volcano? You know, I expect to see one over here where there's a volcano and shit. Man, last time I checked, man, there wasn't one blowing off in Coast Harbor over here. So what's up with that? What's up with that? You're being Chembombs. You want to know what's up with that? This is what's up with that. Where are you at? Oh, did I take you off? That's okay. We'll put you right back on. This is what's up with that. Let's look for the plumes now. And while that's getting loaded, I can't believe I actually turned it off. Alright, let's have a look here at the live look at your screen of, oh my God. We'll go over here first. We'll let that load. While it's loading, we'll go to the world view and go to the same spot. Double verification. Indicated moisture levels. Hold on to your lug nuts, boys. There's about to be a fucking overhaul. Yeah, why not? Why not get my meteorology degree? I like being educated. I like to hear all the official excuses. I want to hear if there's a special course to teach me how to make the weather. I will put on sheep's clothing and be the wolf. But if you're going to pick to be one, man, I'd rather be a coyote, man. Wily coyote. But I ain't going to be running Tarzan into the wall. Right? When he never measured his ropes correctly. Geoengineered much here. Straight storms here. Ah, Mr. Moon. Pulse wave. Evidence of a beam. And this is the place that's beaming. My goodness gracious, would you look at the guilt here. Are we getting down to... I'm going to learn the geography here to carnivores. Have a good steak, mate. Homeland Pool Marine Reserve. And look what they're doing to a marine reserve. They're chembombing it all to fucking shit, taking out the way the sunlight from creatures that live in the marine reserve. Marine, you know, water. Marry. We need to marry sometimes. I mean, them mer people ever show up here out of my imaginarium. You guys ain't gonna have such a good day. Oh, look, ain't it cute? Ain't gonna be no Aquaman coming out there for you girls to be enjoying. I don't think you'll be enjoying the weaponry that my imaginarium sees. Would you? Would you enjoy that? Aquaman. That dude gropes women, man. You better look into that dude. That was nasty, actually, seeing some of the stuff that he did on film sets. Look at that. That looked like the devil. Devil horns right here. They drove the devil right off the fucking coast. He got greedy glutches in his hand, and he's trying to steal some more of the planet. Or it's like the talons of the talented oppressors landing down and glutching the oceans, poisoning it, toxifying your air, frying your life. Look at this shit. Bzzz, getting fried. That looked like a fucking thumbprint. Or kind of like a Martian. He got a couple eyeballs there, some lips. A microphone in front of him. Maybe it's me. Saying, hey, stop it. The call is on. If I yelled it in here, I get in trouble. But the call is on, man. He gets into the microphone and he says, don't believe or buy bullshit. The official state product is not made of what it says on the packagings. Now, have you seen the big bad wolf? Look at that shit. Everything, all these shapes popping up. Very synchronicity. Very synchronized. What we got here? Zuckerberg Natsified symbol here. I turn my head upside down. He's got like a hook. Put your hands here to hold it when you drag the meat along. And they're dragging the meat off of Mother Earth. Every time I see one of these things, I see the rapification of Mother Earth. I see every one of these squares. I see the chessboard moves of our oppressors' private clubs. Hammering home their point on this planet, that this planet is to be raped. Look at the cool shape here, like a skull. See, I notice it every time I look. Got a lot of monkey mouth. See it? Tributaries and imaginariums. Well, we got to keep our imaginations alive because they done stole our everything else we're allowed to talk about, laugh about, do, or everything. Your imagination to yourself is all you got left. As long as it's approved of things you're imagining. I was just zooming in on squares right now. Square, square. Right? Geoengineering over the top of you, making a storm that they say is going to do a whole bunch of crap. Whole bunch of crap. Crap. You know, look at the swath. Look at the swaths of where they say the storms are. You know, the immediate. It would be here. And don't let you tell them some excuse that a jet plane coming along suddenly making it rain. It's been doing that for a long time. It's not jet planes that I see in this picture. I do not see jet planes here doing this. This is not a flight path one. And when I see a flight path one, I'll point it out. You look for the major airports and you look for them. This is not the same thing. This is the Chembombs method I keep getting called a liar about. These are your fucking rain bombs, you lying sack of shit government. Look at this shit. You think that government ain't lying to you, the cushy ass bastard sitting back with their fucking goddamn drinks in their hand and their hands on each other's fucking wallets, even picking each other's fucking pollets. God knows what they do to each other's wives. Or should we stay in the gland? Who's that other guy? You got a guy, his name, it sounds like cunt. Greg, I can't even say Greg Cunt without saying cunt. I try all the time. I put the biggest space in the world, and all I can hear is Greg Cunt. Greg Cunt. Would you vote for a cunt knowingly? What about Birdsville here? I've seen pictures of you guys from the ground. If I had them pulled up, I'd show you. But you could screenshot this, or you could go there yourself and do this. Chemtrails mumbo bum bum mumba. I'm gonna have to keep my vibe high over here to even make it to the coast right day, because the aroma over Roma smells like shit, and the skies over y'all look like shit, smell like shit. And if it looked like this, which is like a dead body fucking laying down here, don't it? They go fucking head here, there's his goddamn ass, there's his feet. All he needs now is a vaccine to prove it was done. Fucking cunts. Or is that the dragon's head biting over Port McCreary? Spewing out a big old bunch of shit. The glutching hands of our oppressors, raping our fucking planet dry. Frying you like fucking bugs, spraying you like fucking bugs. That is sickness mix. Oh my God. Look what they're doing to you. I'm just going to let this run for a minute. It's really hard watching train wreck in progress every day, one after the other, and they're not even clearing the tracks. They know the trains are wrecked in front of them. They're just piling cars down the track, clearing their station out. My God. I'm just going to let this run. That really bothers me, that particular chem mix. That's the one that they end up saying thunderstorm asthma. That's Chembomb asthma shit. That's fucking sickness mix, and people die from breathing that kind of shit in. Or there's a new vaccine for asthma and shit. There's always a new product ready to cure the sickness that just happened. Or the storm that's once every 500 years, 50 years. And all I see is a bunch of fucking geoengineering coming over here to the coast, toxifying the ocean where my fucking whales are, and my dolphins, and my sea turtles, and people that I love. And I'm fucking tired of coming on here every goddamn day and seeing the destruction of my planet, the decimation of my reef from the runoffs of these fucking waters. At what point are we gonna goddamn give a fucking shit to tell the children and say, how dare you, to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and let us fix the goddamn planet ourselves. Plant some fucking trees, you little fucking brats, and you big ass fucking hefty ass fucking bastards in your goddamn yachts, belching out more fucking pollution, using more goddamn carbon than any of us have in our bodies. They're trying to get rid of carbon. You are a carbon-based life form. Everything out here is a carbon-based life form. All of it. What are you gonna do about it when they come for you, motherfuckers? You're carbon. Put that in your fucking carbon pencil and